Welcome back to Hondukiville. We're going to be noodling and pedaling and meddling, no doubt. So yes, my colour-coded yellow friends do match up as expected with the yellow and blue, and the purple is instead of the green. Yes. That's good. So we can do some more wiring, and I probably won't bore you with any of it, except exciting bits. Speaking of exciting bits, look what turned up. Yes, the new gear lever. Although what I want to do is see if we can use it as a brake pedal as well. So that'd be cool. We'll get another one, but I think that's going to be perfect for what we need, don't you? So just so we can have a look whether it's going to work on the brake pedal side of things, I'm just going to remove the actual foot piece, which is nice and easy by the looks of it. Well, first off, obviously the orifice is not quite big enough for the brake side, but that's not insurmountable. We can potentially just drill that out. But from the shape perspective, I couldn't have designed it better myself. So that's bloody perfect, isn't it? How about that? Lovely. Then there's that whole spring return thing. I guess we'll have to work out some way of mounting that on the other side. Well, that shouldn't be insurmountable either. Unfortunately for its intended purpose, it's a little bit flaccid. Yeah, it would. Firstly, there's a groove here, which it really should fit into. There, yeah. Secondly, it needs to be. It would need to be kind of on the edge of that, just to stop it interfering with the actual transmission case. And thirdly, you can't tighten that up any more than that, and that's not tight enough, as you saw. So that's a shame, because it would have been nice to have matching levers, but not going to happen. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's supposed to be the outside, but actually I prefer that. So that's the way it'll look as the brake lever. So I think we might as well drill this out, right? So that's the outside diameter of the actual shaft itself, and that's the inside diameter of that. So we've got about 4 mil. But before I do anything drastic, I'm going to have a word with the boys at IDR as to whether they can actually put those grooves in like that. How do they do that then? Yeah. Because otherwise we'll be relying on the clamping ability of that gap, which we already know is not particularly great, right? So I've drilled my holes in the cradle for the fuse box, which I'm just about to mount, and I really don't like this because that's the main positive into it, right? And there it is, just tucked up. I mean, yeah, I know it's not level, but it's going to be sat against the frame, which is in the earth. So I want to do something to insulate that. I'm not saying I know better, it's just that I know better. Insulation is a positive kind of word, whereas electrification can go either way. So I'm going to use some of my favourite kind of insulation, thin padding stuff, which, I don't know, it's for draft excluder or whatever the hell, but it's good enough. Do the job. There you go, super sticky, super insulated, ready to go. A lot happier about that. And there we have it, very neat and tidy. And insulated. I meant the fuse box, obviously that's not neat and tidy. Yeah, no. So the good news is those reach, the bad news is this one doesn't. Yeah. I'm not even sure it's supposed to. I think it is. Anyway, it doesn't reach. Unless it's supposed to go there. In which case, that's the brake switch. If only I could remember. Guess we'll just have to hook it up and see what happens, right? Because we are prepared for any eventuality. Over here, yeah, fire extinguisher. Just in, our exciting 7-inch headlamp. Yeah, very nice. So we got halo, very nice. Which optional colour orange. Oh, I think I prefer the white myself. And all guns blazing, so that's kind of cool. And the nice thing is that it's nice and flush fitting. So, yeah, no protrusion. We like that. However, talking of fitting, we did buy those really nice mounts that actually fitted the larger GSXR forks. But there's nowhere to screw into on this. So I'm guessing this is not designed for a motorcycle, even though it was advertised as such. So yeah, so that's interesting. Not sure. Why is nothing ever straightforward? So I've just got to show you how cool these brackets are actually, because they fit really nicely. So basically you've got all these various parts here. So those screws there hold these twiddly bits. And then basically just fit them in there. Give them a little push. Lovely jubbly. Then you can move them around. Get them in the right place. Tighten these up. And then at the back, there's a final screw hole there to just clamp them in. They're lovely. They're really nice. They're light, kind of cool. They're nicely finished. I like them. So we've got a headlight coming. So after our initial screw up with a headlight, we found one in Australia. Yes, kind of cool. Yes. Yes, your new home country, Mr. Slater, or Tosser, or whatever your name is on YouTube. Anyway, they're kind of cool and different, and available only in Australia. So, yeah, it might be a while before we get them. Estimated delivery somewhere this year, basically. Yes, more shopping. Brake bits and pieces for the Honda. Yes. Nice, shiny new discs, not warped. Lovely. Only problem is, I can't remember where I put all the bits and pieces for the calipers. There's the calipers. Anyway, let's get on. Let's get off the wheel. Yes, we're lining it all up. Yeah, no, not the drinks. If only the jack I need wasn't buried in there. Let's shift all this. It's a chaos inspection. That's his name, by the way. Inspection over. Yeah, whatever. So again, loosening off the 2 dead men bolts either side, and then on the big boy with the 27mm. Yes, wrong again. If only I had a memory. I think I did this last week, didn't I? So yes, keep those ones tight on this side to hold that in place, whilst this one unscrews from the other side. Duh. It's quite simple, really. See? Yeah. Easy when you got a memory. And there, just for future reference, yes, there it is. See, that screws into that, so you have to hold that in place with those two nuts. Bolts, they're not nuts. Anyway, with the weight of the front wheel off, it sits nicely down on the back wheel. No need for a breeze block. We're jacked up. See if these discs fit. Sorry, rotors. There you go. Yes, lovely, aren't they? Yeah, wrong colour gold, obviously. Bugger. And I'm only semi-concerned that they fit because they seem to vary from like almost year to year with the Suzuki GSXR. And I triple checked what the wheel was off, which I think was slightly different from the forks, although obviously they work together. But anyway, it's 96, 97. Let's see if it works. Well, they fit over the hub nicely, and all the holes seem to line up, so that's a good start. Let's see if we can get those bolts back in. Nicely snugged down, a little bit of Loctite in there. Ready to go. Do the other side now. And back down to earth, and still looking good, despite the two tones of gold. Yeah, I can live with it. Gotta love jobs that just take 20 minutes. Fantastic. Next up, pads. Found my appropriately labelled box of bits, bag of bits for the GSXR brakes. Yes. So let's see if these pads fit. Don't. Well, we'll see. Of course, the calipers were not with the wheel or the forks, so they may be different again. We'll find out. I know. If you will go mixing things up, what can you expect, eh? Well, they didn't look right from the get-go, and yeah, I mean, they're clearly not right? Yeah. Yep. Wrong. Some further research into my order history. Well, there we go, 1999, which apparently are compatible with 96 to 99 bikes, which they are, because they fit the front forks perfectly. Let's hope they're improved, seeing as they're a later model. Time to find some pads and sell the other ones, I guess. As always, nothing simple, as you can see, lots of conflicting looking stuff that apparently fits a 1999 Suzuki GSXR 750. So I've gone for the ones on Amazon just because I can return them easily, quickly, and without cost if they don't work, and then I can review the others. Although I quite like these ones on eBay. I think they look pretty good too. Just don't know. Anyway, loving the new discs, which were superbly easy to fit and perfectly the right thing. Hooray! By the way, thanks for tuning in again on this project. I did warn you it was going to be a long haul, and as per my badge from 24 Hours of Lemons during COVID, thanks for sticking with it. If you're tuning in for the first time, then there's about 30 episodes that you need to catch up with on the back end. So yeah, get on with it, and subscribe, obviously. Not least of all, because this is not the only project, as you can see. There's plenty going on in here, all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah. And of course, encourage others to watch my lunacy.